know who I am. I'm your man. No, I'm Robert Stewart.
I'm Melodie Stewart, and this is our, what is this? Our Vow Renewal celebration video. Cause our first wedding was.
We ain't had no money, y'all. we was broke. Jesus, okay, we was broke.
Yeah. Okay, and we've been married 10 years. Right.
Yeah, no doubt.
Okay, so we met at Macy's, and I was over, working, doing what I'm supposed to be doing, and somebody come chase me down.
I did not chase her.
Okay, all the women at the job was chasing him. So I heard about him before I knew about him, and he was like like the man, and all the girls trying to get with him. And I was like, ain't got time for it.
Until I got over there.
He was cute. So that's how we met. We met at Macy's, what?
I was working there. You didn't tell me.
17 years ago?
Yeah.
We were both working at Macy's, and it was like 17, 18 years ago. Oh, the first date.
Why you start smiling, church girl?
So he took me out to eat, and it was a wonderful dinner.
Yeah, she didn't eat none of the food. She was just ordering stuff. I take that, and that. She didn't even eat it.
Yes.
You took it home. Okay.
Right.
And anyway, it was love at first sight, for real though. When I saw her you was digging me. But when I saw her at Macy's from a distance, I was like, I gotta get her. And I thought she was a thug chick. I thought we was gonna go smoke a blunt and kick it. And she was telling me, no, I go to church and you can't get none and there ain't gonna be no sex and blase, 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 blase. So anyway, and her church told her that you can't kick it with that thug, so leave him alone. And she did.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we met each other again about 7 years later. Yeah. Because we met and we dated for a few months, and she was open.
The first time?
Yeah, you was.
I was
open. Yeah, you was sneaking out your
house
to come.
Why would you put all of that?
Well, what? You don't want the truth?
Yeah.
She was going home late every night. She ain't never meet her curfew. Anyway, but yeah, the church was like, no. So it was 7 years before we saw each other again. And when we saw each other the next time, I was like, I ain't gonna let church and nobody else keep me from my.
Okay, but here's like a little backstory.
Ooh, we still on number one. We're gonna run out of time.
Wait.
Okay.
So here's a little backstory. When I was maybe like in my early 20s, I wrote on a sheet of notebook paper what I wanted my man to look like, what I wanted him. I mean, like I was so specific. I was like, I want him to be 6 feet plus. He has to be light skinned, nice braided hair. He gotta be able to make me laugh. He need to fix stuff. Like I was so.
But I can't fix nothing.
Yeah, but he can pay to get it fixed.
No doubt.
So I mean, everything like very specific. And God just, you the man. He gave me what I want.
She hard. In this relationship, I'm the girly one and she the tough guy. And I always do the girly stuff first.
Emotionally.
Yep.
He is so emotional. It is so cute.
Yeah, and I've never seen her cry.
I've cried.
I haven't seen it.
I've cried inwardly.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, her skin is allergic to tears.
Robert, why would you say that?
Because you never cried.
All right.
We had been dating, and she was preggers.
So he got me to marry him. He got me pregnant.
Yeah, you tricked me.
I did not.
You did.
You're a grown man.
You know you tricked me. I'm not going to even tell what you
Okay.
did to trick me on camera, but you know you tricked me.
Grown
But anyway, like I said, I knew from the very, very beginning she was my wife, and I just wanted her to know that I loved her. And I don't think she had really ever experienced that. I think she dated, but she's always had this wall up and this defense mechanism where she didn't really express feelings. She kind of kicked it instead of being in a real soul tie-ish like relationship. So I just wanted to know I was that dude and that I loved her, and I wasn't scared to tell her. So I just told her.
So honestly, I loved him when we got married. I didn't fall in love with him until after we got married. He almost had to prove himself to me, and just to like break down the barrier or my perception of men. He had to like prove that he wasn't just, this regular old dude who I thought all men were. And when I saw that he was trying and he was genuine with it and he was consistent with it, I was like, oh, okay. All right, man.
I'm active.
So, like we said, I was pregnant, and it was like, so we're gonna do this or not? It was like, well, I guess so.
She was a pregnant church girl, and number one, I didn't want her to go through it by herself. I didn't want her to deal with the pregnancy. I wanted my child to have my last name. And not just because my oldest son has my last name, but I wanted us to be married when he came through. And back to what you were
my
asking
dad
about.
reacted worst because he was a bartender
At a strip club.
at a strip club. We're gonna leave it at that.
Yeah, no doubt.
Their relationship, my dad and Robert's relationship, was there. So he knew Robert. He knew strip club Robert, and so he didn't want strip club Robert to marry his daughter. So
Robbo. Yeah,
he
not
didn't want
Rob-
strip club Robbo to marry his daughter. So my dad was a little upset about that. Of course, my mom, she wasn't as vocal about it, but I knew she was like, you can't find nobody else. And I guess too that stems from the years prior, because Robert is not one to back down. Like, you're not gonna, no, you can't do this. He gonna stand, why? So I think he was more abrasive than what they were used to. So.
Yeah, and my mother.
Oh yeah.
At the first wedding, every picture, my mama just smiling, not one picture. Because we're all happy-go-lucky, grin, get together, play spades, make a lot of noise, and Melodie ain't really that chick. She calm, cool, quiet, and she not just go be, oh, Mrs. Robert's mom, Mrs. Robert's mom. She's not gonna do that, and that's just not. And I think my mother was used to that a little bit, and Melo not doing that right there. So
We're trying to win her over.
nah, she wasn't trying to win her because she had already won me. Which you like that? That was good. So
Well,
anyway,
first of all, I didn't call it a wedding.
yeah.
I had to call it a ceremony. Well, I was advised to call it a ceremony because I was pregnant.
yeah. She ain't
Actually,
tell me
it was
all
my
that.
friends, Lise, Tarika, and Felicia, who was like, no, man, because we were going to go to the Justice of the Peace, but they were like, no, we're going to get this together. And they put everything together. They got the decorations.
Your godparents.
My godparents.
Bought the food.
Bought the food. I mean, so it was really like a collaborative effort between friends that I was just like, what? Y'all really like me like that?
And shout out to Miss May May and Deacon Ralph for doing what y'all did to my peoples. I love
So
y'all.
like the ceremony itself was, like whatever. I don't think I cared that much because I was like, 7 months pregnant.
You wasn't that pregnant.
I didn't
You
have
was
a
about 5 months.
No, I was.
You
Anyways,
wasn't sticking out that much.
So
Okay.
I didn't even have a wedding dress. I had an ugly prom
wasn't
dress.
ugly.
It was ugly. It was
You
like
were gorgeous
brown.
to me. You were beautiful.
It was brown. I think for some, what would have been like the downhill part was at the time, like I had a car, it had got repoed. So, well, I didn't have a car because it was repoed. His got repoed.
On the church parking lot. I was in there shouting and dancing, came outside, I had no truck.
No truck.
I'm calling the police, talking about somebody stole my truck. They done stole my truck, repo man, and got it and gone.
So he was, the guy he was working for at the
was
time,
broke, y'all.
he was borrowing his truck. So
I was renting it.
Okay,
he was
yeah,
taking it out of my
renting
check. But shout out to my dude Glover though. I needed that
So,
truck.
So after the ceremony, wedding, whatever, afterwards, the truck broke down.
Broke down.
had to get a ride.
Yeah.
We had to get a ride
With
from
Philip. He cut my hair for free the night before,
yeah,
too.
man,
Shout
when
out to
I tell
Philip.
y'all, struggling.
Woo, we was broke.
Struggling. So we had to get a ride to Walmart. We split. Oh, let me tell you how broke we were. If it wasn't for the monetary gifts that people had given us, like
We wouldn't have
probably, nah, we would have had like poke and beans.
Yeah. Ooh, did you say
rice,
poke and beans?
well,
It's an R
anyways.
in that word. Okay.
Shut up.
No doubt. My bad.
But anyway, so we had to get a ride to Walmart and then a
We
ride
bought an air
home.
mattress.
We bought an air mattress.
Some crab legs and a DVD.
Yeah, and then my negligee was his shirt.
Yeah.
I was pregnant, y'all.
Yeah. She was cute though and
But-
sexy to me.
So yeah.
And we was in love. You know what I mean? We didn't have no problem with it. It was cool.
Yeah,
It was cool.
it is what it is.
That's why we're going on a honeymoon this time, and she can have what she wants. Because she was ride or die with her boy, no doubt. Okay, I'm sorry. I can't even narrow it to one thing. Because, I mean, we really have a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Yeah.
Like on trips, okay. The first time we we left for our anniversary and we went to Savannah, and she was never she was never a drinker or nothing like that. So we decided we was gonna have some drinks and go out and party because that really wasn't her thing. She was, you know, church girl, didn't really do no drinking. So she had a couple little drinks, and she fell down while we were walking down the stairs. That was hilarious.
And yeah, did you pick me up?
Yeah, I did. I was laughing while I picked you up. It was funny. It was, because she got up giggling too, and you had on them heels, and you was tipsy trying to walk in them heels. And in Savannah, they got the bricks.
That cobblestone.
Yeah, the cobblestone stuff. It was hilarious. And the next year we went to Tampa.
Oh yeah.
Tampa, Florida for our anniversary.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, I remember that one. He clumsy in pretty much life. So the little cement blocks that are in front of the parking spaces, he pulled too far up on it, and so when he backed up, it took the bumper of the car off.
And her Charger. She loved her
in
Charger,
my Charger.
too. Oh my God.
And I was like, I'm not gonna let this ruin it. So I said, just open the door. I don't wanna look at it. Let's just go in the hotel, check in. Went in, checked in.
Yeah, okay, keep going. We also, during the trip, we had a flat tire.
Yeah, we had a flat tire.
Just all kind of stuff kept happening bad, but we had such a good time. We ran up the hallway naked. In the hotel, we was like, yeah. Our son over there, y'all, listening. Lord have mercy, 9-year-old. Anyway, because I made a bet. We got off the elevator, and we was like, you know, we ought to do something fun. I said, I bet you won't run up the hallway naked. She's like, I bet you I will. She's like, I bet so. We ran up the hallway naked, and I got in the room before
You
her.
tried to lock me out.
And I wouldn't let her get in. We was butt naked in the hallway, but that was fun. That was,
Yeah.
yeah. You think something? It's not one thing, you know, that stands out because we have fun just kicking it at home.
Yeah.
Watching TV. She's silly. She's fun to be around.
When he passed gas, that irks. That, because it's almost like he wants to see if he can top each time he does it, and he'll do the whole leg. He'll like just that. That aggravates the doo-doo out of me.
Okay, you be all right. You belch in the phone. We'll be talking on the phone and she'll be like, right in my ear on the phone. And that, why would you stop? Won't you stop doing that? And I told her to stop doing that. She won't stop doing that.
I mean, it come out, right?
Okay, that's why I keep
Yeah,
pooting,
my
because you
God.
keep belching in my ear.
It's not a poop.
What's a fart? I'm a grown man. Men fart. Okay,
Not
but that's it.
dwelling or not making the little stuff big. Like when we first got married, you know, I had never lived with a man before, so I didn't understand like when they use the bathroom, they leave the toilet seat up. And for me, it was just like, girl, just put that toilet seat down and keep it moving.
Pick your battles.
I mean, it's so much other stuff that you have to face individually and as a couple. I'm not gonna find little stuff, make a big deal out of little stuff. Like, and I don't have time for it. We don't have time for it.
Yeah.
We do not argue. And I know most people, not to say we don't have disagreements. We disagree. We're not wasting our energy on arguing. We get to a point where it's like, you know what? All right, well, you think that way, I think this way, and then we're gonna be done with it. As long as it doesn't, and not even as long as we don't have time to argue.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
less than 5 arguments in 10 years. I was trying to count them the other day. Less than 5.
yeah. I mean,
And
when
they
you say,
weren't.
like, I'm not gonna raise my voice.
Yeah, we don't get loud.
He's loud, period. So, excuse me. Yeah, I mean, I don't have time for it. I'm not wasting my energy on that.
Yeah. Pick your battles. It's some stuff not worth arguing about. Yeah. It's just not worth it. I mean, because she's her and I'm me, and I'm going to do some stuff different than you do.
Yeah, but the funny thing is, like, we try to figure out what we can argue about.
So have a little makeup action.
Yeah, but
it don't work. We end up laughing instead of trying to argue. And when we first got married, when we was dating, I'm really, really affectionate. I mean, like, I am really affectionate. She's like, I ain't finna be in no mall holding no hands. I don't wanna get all of, now she just be all over me. So that is different, and I like it. I like to touch and hug and kiss, and at first she wasn't into that, but now she's into it. That's my baby girl. I love you so much. I thank God every day that He blessed me with you, and I am thoroughly convinced that you are the person God wanted me to be with and to live my life with. So, and I'm thankful for you putting up with me and for you having my back all these years, whether pocket was fat or pocket was very, very skinny. You've always had my back. You don't nag me. Oh my God, men hate a nagging woman, and you're not that. You do not nag me. And you believe in me. If I tell you, hey, baby, it's gonna be all right, don't worry about it. You're like, you know what? Okay, he said it's gonna be all right, it's all right. And that you treat me like a king. You make me feel like I'm a king, and you allow me to be the man of the house. So I really appreciate you for that, and I love you so much.
Aww.
And I'm so happy to be married to you.
Oh my God, yes. So Robert, I said I wasn't gonna cry.
And you're not. You don't cry.
I'm just looking forward to growing old with you. I am looking forward to just laughing even more. You spending more money on me. All I can see is just we're just gonna keep going up and up and up, and I'm in it for the long haul.
No doubt, you ain't going nowhere. I'll stalk you.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll be all in the bushes outside your job.
Really?
Yeah, can't nothing about no restraining order, none of that.
Okay. Like on camera?
In life, I mean.
You gonna put that out there?
Yes, you're not leaving me. No doubt.
But I'm just saying you're gonna stalk me. You're gonna leave
I would stalk you, yes. My picture will be on the wall at your job. If you see him, call the police. Yes, she said yes. Like we said earlier, pick your battles. Don't be tripping about little bitty stuff. Ooh, I hate when they do the toothpaste from the top instead of the bottom. That's not worth getting aggravated about. Most couples argue about the little bitty stuff. Just don't even say nothing, man. It's toothpaste. Don't even, and if he left his shoes just move his shoes. Why would you argue about some shoes in the floor? It's so much other stuff that's more important in marriage. That'll keep your marriage better. And don't get used to her. Wait, okay, I got one more thing. Wait a minute. Just keep it fresh. Do the stuff you did when you was dating. Don't get just used to them. Every now and then, do something different, strange, and funny. Do so to keep your marriage fresh. Okay.
You done?
I guess so, because you putting that pressure on me. You go ahead.
So my advice would, well, not really advice. My job as his wife is to make sure he's happy. If that means compromising, not to the point where I lose my identity, but compromising enough to make sure he's happy. I hate cooking, like with a passion, but if he like put his foot down and say, you need to cook me something, I'm about to bring my phone downstairs, you know, it might take me 3 hours to cook an hour meal.
Yes, Lord.
But I'm gonna get it done, because that's my job, is to make sure he's happy, to treat him like a man, to make sure that he knows he's the man. And because what I've noticed is, even in his low points as a provider, if I'm coming up to him and I'm like, you know, you the man, you got this, we gonna, you know what I mean, like constantly building him up, it does something for his ego. It does, and not even Robert's ego, just a man. When a man feel like he's the man, he pretty much gonna do whatever he has to do within reason to make sure that I'm happy. And so I feel like if I want a pair of shoes, and not that I'm doing it for a pair of shoes or anything like that, it's just I genuinely want to make him feel like he's the man. My advice, stop nagging. And I guess my number one advice would be to pray.
Yep.
Pray. And not necessarily pray for him, pray for you. Pray and ask God to show you how to be the wife that you need to be for your husband. Show you how to handle him, how to talk to him, how to encourage him, how to lift him up. And once you like pray for you, you know, so that you're becoming this person that he needs you to be, then the goal is that he'll see you trying, and then he'll reciprocate. Anyway.
Stop trying to use words
What's that
you
word?
can't say.
Say it.
Reciprocate?
Reciprocate the feeling. So I had a friend of mine who was going through like a little rough spot, and I told her, I said, it's your job to make sure you're doing everything you know how to do.
Yep, and let God fix him.
And let
you
God.
can't fix him. Women think they go change a man and make a man into what? I'm just helping you, baby.
No, but you like took over.
No, I'm stopped though, but you can't fix him. God had to fix him. You have to work on you. Okay, that's it. I was just helping you.
I'm done.
You done? Okay. See, I knew you was done anyway. I know you, girl. All right. Okay. Told you not to wear those. Okay.
Mary, don't laugh at that. I know you was about to say something.
Yeah, it's hanging off the side.
Robert. Right then.
I maxed you. You got mad.